Howdy fellas, and thanks for joining me on another Bitcoin trading TA video. Haven't done one in a while, so there's lots of really great stuff packed into this video. First, we're going to start off looking at the relative strength index, the MACD indicator, the Ichimoku Cloud, and the Bollinger Bands. Then we're going to go and take a look at Bitcoin dominance and some thoughts on that. And at the end of the video, we're going to go over some really important stuff because of the amazing moves that have been going on in altcoins over the last 6 or 7 weeks and what my predictions are, what we're actually doing with that. And of course, I always encourage you to go and get the free training over on the website. This teaches the entire trading plan and everything about these entries and exits and the patterns that we're following in this trading system. You don't need to purchase anything. If you're just starting out, learn this stuff and then add on to it with more knowledge later. Let's jump in first of all with the relative strength index. You can see the trends that I've drawn out on the chart here. We've got a parallel channel up in general. We've got the two pullback parallel channels that ended with a 1, 2, 3 bottom and then broke out strong. And perhaps we're in the spot now where we're setting up for that same type of 1, 2, 3 bottom. And we're looking for the RSI to break above this line and continue to move up as the prices are breaking above these levels. However, we are right on the edge of some pretty scary bearish views. And I'm going to take a look at that bearish view in a second. But first of all, let's go into the MACD indicator. So we can see here on the 12-hour that we still have both histograms moving up, and that's good. We got to keep that going. The 4-hour is making a very clear line that should it bounce and break below that line as prices are dropping, then we're continuing the downtrend and we're bouncing a 1, 2, 3 top formation inside this downtrend. And this is what, I would have to say that I missed right in here, being prepared for that being a top out rather than a continuation. And it could be the same thing here. It looks like it could be a continuation, but we have the same risk of it being a dropout at the same time. And those are the ranges that the RSI and the MACD are showing us. Now, if we go into the Ichimoku Cloud, the 12-hour has just crossed, and this just flashed into our free Discord community. We have free alerts set up there so that it follows along with what we're doing on these videos. The 12-hour Ichimoku has crossed, and it's notified us. It did the same thing on November the 15th up here in this 1, 2, 3 top. The 12-hour crossed, then the 1, 2, 3 continued, and away we went. So should that be the same case? We're looking for a breakout here because of what we're seeing here. However, when I go into the Bollinger Bands, looking at the 4-hour time frame, we can see the bands are narrowed down, which means that there's a big move coming. And we're underneath this 200 period simple moving average. So it's really been a point of resistance all the way along, a point of support all the way along. So if we don't punch up and through that, we may move our way up to near it and then come back strong. So it's a really dangerous range as we get up into this because of how narrow these bands are, and that we would be into a mean reversion trade signal potential. And again, when we get this mean reversion trade signal potential, that is going to flash over into our free signals in our Discord chat. The last chart here for Bitcoin is our trading signals chart that our bot is following. You can see that it buys in on the 12-hour EMA cross. It exits half the trade on the 4-hour EMA cross, goes back in when the 4-hour EMA cross is positive, and then it'll exit the whole trade when the 12-hour EMA cross is negative. So we're out according to our bot right now, and we're watching for this potential 1, 2, 3 to perhaps set us up and start us in there. When this 4-hour EMA crosses over, again, we're going to get another alert into our trading community over on Discord so that we know that that's flashed. And we'll also get a second alert when the 12-hour EMA flashes. So all of the stuff that we're monitoring here is backed up with the free alerts over on our Discord channel. There is a link down below. Be sure to click. And when you join our Discord, you have to go to the verification thread, click on the moon to verify that you are not a bot. Then you can come and join us in the general chat. If you've been lost in our Discord chat and not finding your way in, that's probably what's going on. Now, I'm going to finish up with a quick look at Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance to me is in a position that it could absolutely race way higher. I've been watching for this for a while and talking about it and preparing for it all the way through pretty much this bottom formation since September. I've been expecting it to consolidate and then go up considerably higher as Bitcoin's breaking out and making new highs. But of course, Bitcoin's lagging, and so this is going sideways. What I want to do in this video is look into the relative strength index and just take a quick look at those indicators and see what they're saying. Then at the end of this video, I'm going to reveal what we've been doing with altcoins. This is the most important thing because we've had some phenomenal gains already because dominance is dropping. But if dominance stops here and it starts to pull up, all of those gains are going to pull away. We're going to have to take profit on those coins at the top formations that they're setting up at. And we're going to take a look at some of that. I know this video is going on a little bit, but it is important to benchmark all this stuff right now. If I go out to the 4-hour time frame, maybe it's the 12-hour time frame I've got marked up here, probably the daily, since the chart won't load up the 12-hour all the way back that far. So here we see the daily relative strength index really repeating a pattern that it did in the past. So should we come to a peak here and watch this RSI start to turn around and break up above these levels on the daily, man, it's going to be really important that we pay attention to that. I don't know what the future is. I don't know what it could do, but I just suspect it. I kind of have this conspiracy theory that all of this stuff is prearranged and the money floats over from altcoins back to Bitcoin and back to altcoins on a pre-planned schedule. We can see it. We don't know what the schedule is, but we can see when it's moving from one side of the boat to the other. And every time it goes from here to here, that's a huge change of money. From here to here, another huge change of money. From here to here, you can make money all the way along those changes. And we're going to pay attention to that. That's what we're doing right here. So the Bitcoin dominance now on the MACD, similar pattern. What I'm looking for here on the daily is for this MACD, it's going to have to flatten out and cross and then work its way up. All right, so this MACD here, it's going to have to flatten out and cross and work its way up. As we zoom in, we can start to see the earlier time frames will have to cross first, and they'll start to show this 1, 2, 3 bottom forming out and growing, and these MACDs starting to cross over on the smaller time frames. So we have it crossing over on the 4-hour time frame. Let me clean this up. We have it crossing over here. And I'm watching for the pattern to continue breaking lower too. That absolutely is a potential. Should the MACD be breaking above these levels, you know, these trend lines, that's all of this stuff is so important right now as we're coming to these consolidations. The MACD breaking above these levels as the dominance is coming to these levels. Really important that we watch for the altcoins to be doing top formations, and I'll show you how we're going to be measuring that so that we really know which coins to get rid of and which ones to keep holding. When we go into the Ichimoku Cloud and we take a look at Bitcoin dominance, the 12-hour has not crossed over yet, so it's not showing us that bullishness that I was expecting. The 4-hour hasn't crossed over, so the Ichimoku Cloud is still saying downtrend. Still saying downtrend. In fact, it's saying it's a downtrend continuation right here on the 1 hour in the cloud. The blue cross below the red, it's continuing. So until we get it back up and above these levels, it's still in a downtrend according to the Ichimoku Cloud. We can see that the RSI and the MACD are going to be kind of freaking us out as we get up to these levels that the Ichimoku Cloud is starting to confirm. But all those things are going to be really standing out in the top formations in the altcoins should this play out, and I just want to be aware of it and be ready for it. When I look at the Bollinger Bands on the 12-hour time frame, it does look like it's continuing to trend downwards. It's on the inner band and just floating its way down. It's not poking its way through the bands like an extreme move that it may return from. It seems to be just, you know, floating down along the bands, and that's a trend on this 12-hour time frame. As we zoom in, it's still way below the 200 period moving average there. Way below on all time frames. Until we're starting to poke up above those levels, there's really not much to worry about. So I'm actually getting prepared for it, but I might be a little paranoid, it seems, with what the Ichimoku Cloud is telling us and the Bollinger Bands. Good to be prepared for it. Watch for those top formations And now we'll see, even though I've been trepidatious all the way through here, we can see that our hold statuses have been growing from the early part of October. Mid-October, our hold statuses started to grow. The hold coins continue to grow and grow and grow. We peaked out at 135 hold status coins. We're down to 91, but 10 or 11 came back into hold status coins from partial hold status. And so we are in a very bullish stage. We've had some phenomenal returns, and now we're watching if coins go to the partial exit, then we're easing up on those positions. Those that cross the 12-hour EMA exit, we're closing down on those positions. I think the most important thing to see here is that we are at the end of a bullish phase. And we can see the beginning of the bullish phase when we have many more alerts than we have hold status coins. It's coming, it's on its way. And the hold status coins grew as those alert coins turned into hold statuses. They dropped back. We had a pullback in the market, and many of those hold status coins maintained their position. They stayed there. Then the alerts picked back up again, and the hold status coins really grew through this period. The first thing to show us weakness is that the alerts all pull back. When the alerts pull back and then the hold statuses start to pull back, we know that we're starting to top out. The coins are making 1, 2, 3 top formations, and they are crossing over the top. Much like we see here in Bitcoin, we apply this very same process to all of the altcoins. So just grab a couple examples of ADA, for example. It really did fantastic, getting us in and out of this market, waiting for the market to bottom and turn around, not getting in early on all of these little exciting pumps. It's a phenomenal system. It really filters things out well. And now we're automating this whole process and making everything available as a bot. If you'd like to learn more about this trading system, you can head over to the website introdocryptos.ca, put in your email, and I'll send you all of the information that teaches you everything about this trading system. The entries, the exits, the patterns that we follow, and why. All of it is explained and taught to you so that you can do this on your own. You really don't need anything else from here. That course teaches you everything. So go ahead and go grab that. You want to have that free course and study it, because you really don't want to look back in 6 months and say, oh, if only I'd known that course earlier, what a difference it would have made. And what kind of difference? Well, you can go and see in the proof channel on our page. And on our proof page, we have a live pull-in from our Google Docs spreadsheet. Sometimes it doesn't pull in, you have to refresh the page, but it has screenshots for all of the coins that we gave our alerts for. This is a list of coins that are over 101% profit right now. They are still open in our spreadsheet, so that we're going to be continuing to hold these. We'll see what they turn out to be in profits in the long term. So for example, we can go and take a look at AVAX. And as I was loading this up, we saw a target entry hit in our live spreadsheet right now. So AVAX, you can see the buy signal in this. Really clear, phenomenal, clear in both of these entry places. And here is our trading view chart from back in August when it was making the bottom formation, the 12-hour EMAs crossed. It's making the 1, 2, 3. Put in the trade alert and you can see what an amazing result that has turned out to be. Let's take a look at a couple more examples that are close here. AR and ARPA. AR, we can see we're at 181% profit because we got in way back here in August. We put our stop loss above our entry and we are watching. ARPA is another one that's up 161% from our entry. And here is the entry 1, 2, 3 formation back in August. Really took off well. And there's a few examples that show how our two different trading systems work over time. Our Crypto SmartWatch portfolio will be targeted on the 12-hour EMA entry, the 4-hour EMA exit, and the 12-hour EMA exit. And so we're really looking to get out of those trades when they're going sideways or down and reestablish a position afterwards. The Pro Alerts looks to get into a position, put the stop loss above the entry, and wait. We're waiting to hold on to these for the very long term. No leverage trades, no costs over the long term, so that we can put that in there and wait for the market to really build us up some phenomenal returns over time. Both of those systems you can learn about over on the website. Click on Crypto SmartWatch or the Pro Alerts, and they both come with automated bots now. So we're taking care of so much work for you when we set this up. Thanks again for joining me on another Bitcoin TA video. I hope you picked up a few good pointers this time. Click on the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for the new style video that's coming out soon. And if you'd like to join and get some extra perks, click on those and check those out as well. They include the SmartWatch and the Pro Alerts if you sign up here. Thanks again. Trade safe and keep those losses small.